Hello and welcome, another beautiful day here in Auckland, and today I thought I would do a bit of a review. So over the years I have really battled with stress and anxiety and a bit of depression, and I've been given lots of medicines and been on medicines for a very long time. So last year I decided that the side effects of all these drugs were just too much, and I didn't really like the kind of long-term effects it could have on my health. So I very sensibly came off the medication gradually and decided to try CBD oil. Now CBD oil in some people's eyes is quite controversial. At the moment in New Zealand you are legally allowed to buy it and consume it if you have a prescription, and there are clinics out there that provide prescriptions. It's still not in the mainstream, but it's certainly moving that way, and there are going to be changes in the law coming up. The type of CBD oil, which is an extract of the cannabis plant, there's very tight rules on what you can bring into the country and what you're allowed to consume within New Zealand. For example, the THC levels of the oil, the THC being the psychoactive, the ingredient that comes from the plant that makes you stoned, has to be within a certain limit. In New Zealand at the moment it has to be less than 2%, I think that's the rule. So yeah, you need to be really careful where you get it if you're importing it. But if you have a prescription, then customs will authorise shipment and get that delivered to you. Alternatively, there are companies in New Zealand, for example like the Cannabis Clinic in Auckland, who can import the product for you and just deliver it straight to your home. So since the beginning of the year I've been trying a couple out. So the first one is what's called an isolate, so it's this one here, and I believe that this is also given to children, and in particular children in the States who experience seizures due to epilepsy, and the findings have been pretty impressive with regards to controlling, reducing and even getting rid of seizures altogether. A lot of good press about it. It's very gentle, it doesn't have the full spectrum, so it is very safe, non-addictive, you can't overdose on it, and it's really nice at just taking the edge off the stress and the anxiety they might feel. This one I took a kind of pipette full a day, and works out to cost around about $5 New Zealand a day, which is pretty good if you don't want to go down the pharmaceutical route. The second one I've been trialling, and I've been trialling this more recently, is the Swiss formula, and it's full spectrum, so it has all the components within the cannabis plant, again with that THC level below the legal amount, so that you're not getting the stoned effect, but you are getting the benefits of the plant and all the properties that it has. This is really interesting. Again, this comes in at about $5 a day. You just need a tiny bit. I think the bottle says 2 drops a day, so just two tiny little drops a day. You can see that if we just compare them, so this one hardly any left, it's quite clear, and the flavour is very subtle, whereas this one, where you just use a tiny bit, is almost golden, and just 1 drop maximum 2 a day does the job. Now you do feel the effects of this a bit more, maybe feel a tiny bit sleepy with this, but it's got incredible calming properties, and if I feel stress or anxiety building, this certainly helps. I don't find that with either of these I need to use them daily. It may be interesting just to see the kind of long-term effects if I did use them daily, but I've been really impressed with them, and I think it's a great alternative to drugs that can have some pretty horrific side effects, and it also can take its toll on organs like your liver and that. So as a great alternative and something natural, if you can, you know, find the budget for it, I would definitely recommend a bit of CBD oil for any stress, anxiety. Obviously speak to your doctor, but yeah, thumbs up from me. Awesome.